Totally Baseless.
Hey, it's totally baseless. My name's John, and with me is a guy who goes to the gym and runs 5 miles. Oh, no, wait, I'm sorry. A guy who goes and runs 5 miles in a month. Sorry about that. Dan, welcome to the podcast.
I don't even like driving 5 miles.
Yeah. And a guy who's Trump's new Secretary of Podcasts. Dave, welcome to the podcast.
Hey, all Trump all the time.
That's you, coming to us from Texas. All right, here's our trivia question. Yoko Ono, you've heard of her, John Lennon's poor wife who had to be there when he passed away, had an album called Ono Box in 1992. There were 40 songs on that album. She's very generous when she
Wow.
releases these things. I'm going to read to you four song tracks. One of these is not one of the songs from that album. Tell me which one is the fake Yoko Ono song. The first one, Yes, I'm a Witch. Number two, Growing Pain. Number three, Jack Full of Smack. And number four, No Bed for Beetle John. Which of these is not the Yoko Ono song from her 1992 album Ono Box?
Oh no. Box.
Wow.
Oh no, yes.
If only John would have said that. Uh,
Yes, I'm a Witch, Growing Pain, Jack Full of Smack, No Bed for Beetle John. Which is the fake Yoko Ono song?
I'm gonna say yes, I'm a witch because it's a little too spot on.
Okay.
I'm gonna s-
Dave,
I'm gonna say growing pain because that's a
Growing
little too
Pains.
spot on because I bet you she kicked what's his name in the groin a few
I was
times.
gonna say, I was gonna say Growing Pain, Family Tie, Cheers. Which of these is not? Which of these is the actual Yoko Ono song? Actually, those two are songs on the Ono Box album. Jack Full of Smack, I made up, is a fake one.
That
That
sounds like
sounds like
something
it.
she would say, though.
Yeah.
Listen, they're all the same song. It's just her yelling into the microphone, right?
Kiss, kiss,
Shrieking,
kiss, kiss me, love.
shriek.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
ah, ah.
No, that's you're doing it too good, actually.
That's a hit right there.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the B-side right there.
This week is all about deathbed confessions. But before we get into that, don't you wish you were a big time celebrity that could just get a reservation in any restaurant you want, anytime? Well, this guy actually does an Arnold Schwarzenegger impersonation so good, he fools the front desk and gets a reservation at a restaurant. And the funny part is, he gives a fake name actually his friend's name so that he can go and check in and get the table. Did you see the video on this?
That was the best. That was the coup de grace at the end. Was can I use a pseudonym?
Yeah, right, to keep the paparazzi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yet, wouldn't they find out it's not Arnold Schwarzenegger after he shows up?
But
No, no.
presumably the person who answers the phone wouldn't be the guy who sees the guy, what is his name? Ali Schwartz in the reservation book.
So yeah, he's not thinking that he spoke with Arnold Schwarzenegger. He just sees the name Ari Schwartz. So it's like, Ari Schwartz has a reservation.
Ah,
So that's quite smart. Yeah, because you're betting that the guy that took the reservation isn't the same person that's going to give you the table when you show
Yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah, which is genius. It's so funny. And he does an amazing Schwarzenegger impersonation.
it's crazy. It's just so crazy. It's not an
No,
amazing
no, no, no.
Schwarzenegger
I said a
impersonation,
good
though. Yeah.
impersonation. Because it's not too over the top. It's like a normal conversational Arnold.
Yeah, it's not like he was dropping like lines from like the movies throughout the
He did at the end, though.
I'll be
at the
back.
end. Yeah.
Yeah. At the
I
end,
want.
he says, if I get nauseous, though, I won't be coming back.
Yeah. But
So
it's not like he went like it would have been like obvious if like the whole way through he was dropping like Arnold lines and puns and
yeah,
I
yeah,
want
yeah.
to pump you up. Not even an Arnold, but an
yeah.
Arnold
A fake
impersonation.
Arnold.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a meta Arnold. Yeah, that's right. But I thought that's such a genius idea. If you have a really good celebrity voice, you could do that and make sure to tell them your real name as the pseudonym when you check
Right?
in.
Yeah. I don't want anybody to know I'm coming, so please book it under the name of Dan Malferrati. That's my
Yeah.
reservation
What
name.
a random name to go by. Yeah.
All my reservations under that name.
Yeah, yeah, it was good. It was good. All right, all right. On to Deathbed Confessions. A really interesting topic I wanted to get into, and I wanted to see if you had it. Well, you don't. Obviously, you can't say what it is because that would defeat the purpose. But one that I thought was really funny, and we're looking on Reddit and some other online sources. My grandfather admitted to me on his deathbed, and only me, that he accidentally had sex with a man. Now, can you top that?
Don't let this get around, son or grandchild.
Yeah, that's a weird thing to admit to your grandchild too.
Yeah.
Let me lay this heavy shit on you.
Only one man, though, but for many years.
Yeah, yeah.
Accidentally.
Brokeback
Accidentally.
Mountain was based on me. What?
I
What?
kept falling into him.
Yeah, yeah. Not that there's anything wrong with that, Dave.
No.
A lot of them are like about whether they're like the actual father or they have other kids, like a kind of family
Yeah,
type thing.
they have other
There's a
families.
hell of a lot of secret families happening, right?
Yeah.
This is
Yeah, right. I remember when the ex-president of France died, and then his Japanese wife and kids showed up at the funeral in France. And I
Like,
thought, okay,
who are
well,
these
that's for
people?
like some, presidents and stuff like. But no, a lot of regular people have this going on too.
I like the one where the granddad admits to, I guess it was either a daughter or grandkid. I don't know if it was a girl or a boy that he fathered his friend's child
Oh, I
in
saw
the
that. That was
they
crazy.
spent the weekend in the cabin doing it the old-fashioned
like,
way.
and even though I'm
It was a
almost
week.
inclined to call bullshit on it when the friend showed up to check on him. What do you
Yeah,
think he was doing?
they're swingers. Those are called
Yeah,
swingers.
yeah. Well, yeah, the couple couldn't have a kid, so they asked this friend, a very good friend apparently, to have sex with the wife for like a week to impregnate her because I guess the husband couldn't do it. And then they moved away, like, which is, if you're gonna do that, yeah, that should be part of the plan. You got to move far away and never see that guy again.
I
And
guess he
then
wasn't that much of a
he's the
friend, though.
real, he's the I don't know. He kind of did a big favor there. And they moved away, and he did his job. He donated the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what, they didn't have fertility clinics
I
back
guess
then,
this was
or
a while ago, yeah.
donors,
Just love it. It had to be like a cabin in the woods. Like,
with an upside down pineapple right there at the door.
yeah,
What's that
that-
upside down pineapple mean?
Swingers.
Oh,
Pineapples
really?
yeah, that's a
How do
swinger. That's
you
like,
know this? I don't need to get into it. We don't need to. I don't. No. I mean, no. I'm sorry.
I
This is
read
about
things.
this
I
is
read
about other
things.
people. I'm not going to be there at your deathbed. I'll be long dead by then.
Wait till my deathbed for my
I'm not going to
confession.
know. I'm never going to know. That's okay.
And
Yeah.
that's how John learned about Dave's pineapple upside down.
Fetish. Yeah. Well, yeah.
there's a lot of stolen identities happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like a little bit of Mad Men action going on.
I mean, you could see it happening with a little Jewish kid the guy that took the little Jewish kid's identity
Yeah.
to move to the UK. I thought that one. I'm like, it's a deathbed confession, but that's not a horrible thing, right? The little kid was
It was like,
dead.
hey, like,
Yeah.
that's
I
You're just-
confess the Nazis sucked.
Yeah,
yeah, like that.
Yeah.
I'm surviving here, people.
Yeah, that's like you get a pass for that. You stole someone's identity so you wouldn't get killed in a concentration camp. I think everybody's cool with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
We'll let that one slide.
my
Well, I mean,
horrible family
His
secret
wife,
is that I
apparently his
survived.
wife didn't even know, so it was a big secret. Yeah.
I'm just not going to tell anybody, right?
Well, he was
Yeah.
used to dealing with like little things being life or death. So this guy was really good at keeping secrets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's pretty good at keeping quiet, right? Not having to
Yeah, yeah.
open his mouth and like,
That dude gave up no family recipes. That guy,
Who?
nobody ever knew what they were getting for Christmas. That guy kept his mouth shut, dude.
You
You know
know,
that guy.
well, since he was Jewish, I bet they didn't have any Christmas presents, but
Well,
okay.
which was an even bigger secret that he was keeping, right? That's
Oh,
how
yeah,
big the
yeah,
secret
yeah.
was. He celebrated Christmas.
He even
Yeah, he's like
celebrated Christmas. Yeah,
he's
right.
like nobody knows I'm Jewish. Yeah, there were some pretty interesting deathbed confessions. I'm gonna have to make up one, or I'm gonna have to do something so I have one.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You should end with like, yeah, the gold is buried in.
And then pass out. That's it.
Yeah.
The Nafarati fortune is ah,
In my pants.
a small fortune.
Yeah. Well, this one, yeah, a very small fortune.
Yeah, the messed up one, another messed up one was the nurse, the confession from the lady who was a nurse that said she used to switch the babies around.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
Ha-
fuck
ha-
that lady.
that's messed
Yeah.
up, right? It's like kids.
Do you guys go and look at your kids a second time after you hear that kind of thing?
My kids look like me. I'm pretty sure they're mine. That's
Okay.
one thing about Nafarati kids. They all
Yeah.
we can tell our
It's
own.
pretty damn obvious. There's no doubt. Yeah.
You're
So
like, oh, I kept switching them and they kept giving me
Kept
yeah,
mine.
switching them.
yeah.
And the
Like,
nurse kept
well,
switching them back. No, sir, take it. But see, yeah, that nurse that one's like, no, fuck you. You hang on a little longer so we can prosecute you. That's
yeah, keep her alive.
yeah.
Yeah, that was one of them. That was one of them too that confessed that he had a family, a second family, and then he ended up not dying.
Yeah. Oh,
You
And
know,
like,
that's the worst.
yeah, after that, all them family reunions were like,
hmm.
Ah,
Anything you'd
just
like to
joking.
say, Dad?
yeah. Gee, Dad, Merry fucking Christmas.
You got somewhere else you gotta be? Hmm?
Well, this is why I never got anything good for Christmas. You were giving it to the other ones.
We're not keeping you from anything, are we? No prior engagement. And I'll just say, I do wish some of these deathbed confessions weren't deathbed. It was like, like where the old man lets the daughter have it for outing the sister. I guess the grandfather was dying and he had two sisters. This guy had two aunts, and one of the aunts outed the other for being a lesbian. The one that got outed had to like lost her job. So the grandfather winds up like just telling her off and cutting her out of the will.
Good times.
They didn't say, but she also did a bunch of other messed up stuff. But
Yeah.
they didn't say what she did, but she was just a bad person. So the grandpa, instead of cutting her out of the will and her finding out, like when she's not in the will and they read the will, he did it right before he died. So he did it in person right before he died.
Which touche, but still, it's like should have you should have not sat on that one so long. That granddad was playing the long game to screw over the shitty sister, but could have gotten revenge a little earlier.
But it's funnier that way. It does more damage, right in the feels, right? Because it's the juxtaposition of, oh, grandpa's dying. Oh shit, I'm getting my comeuppance.
Right. So does that mean I don't get the lake?
You ain't getting shit.
Oh, man.
A
Oh,
swift kick in the butt is what you're getting.
Yeah.
this
That's
one,
a shut the fuck up.
this one lady works in a nursing home. She says a black delivery guy came with some flowers. After he left, a woman who was dying, who was about 96 years old, looked at her with tears in her eyes and said, I can't believe I'm dying without ever having been with a colored man.
Oh Jesus.
Oh, man.
And
What does she want her to go get the delivery guy? Hey, bring him back.
it's
The special delivery right here.
a little bit too mandingo-ish, right?
I thought that'd be something more like that you would say, Dan, but
I'm not dying yet. There's still time.
yeah, yeah.
I think the one with the grandpa really was fucking with them was where he said it was the gnome.
Oh, the garden gnome.
Yeah,
They never found out what that meant.
that's brilliant.
They're scavenging through the house looking for a garden gnome.
The god gnome.
He's laughing in hell now.
What did he mean? What did he mean? Are you the gnome? Am I the gnome? It was the gnome.
It was the garden gnome.
Yeah, there's one where the guy, the grandfather, of course, is passing away, and all they can make out he's saying is radiator, radiator. Like they can barely understand him.
Kill her. I mean, radiate her.
Yeah, radiator. So they thought it was just nonsense.
Yeah.
Take her to get x-rays. Radiate her. She's sick. Save grandma. You dumbass.
So when they're cleaning out the house, they get to it, they find an old radiator. So they kind of like, hey, there's maybe something going on here. They open it up, $100,000 hidden in the old radiator. That's the
And they're
kind of deathbed confession I wish I would get from somebody.
I was hoping would be more like, hey, I really shot Hitler. There'd be some like good like stuff like that.
yeah, it's a lot of old dudes cheating on their wives.
Yeah.
You're really adopted. There's a lot of those. There's a lot of the yeah, I have another family. I went to see them too.
I'm getting from a
Oh,
lot of these deathbed confessions that there's just a lot of shitty people. Like, oh,
Yeah, who don't want to tell their family, who don't want to pay the consequences of their fucked up
oh,
lives,
I thought you were
right?
going to say pay the child support.
that too. I think
Well,
that
that
too.
too, but we thought he was a nice guy up until
Yeah.
he decided to unbear his soul of all the evil shit that he
Right?
did.
Yeah. He was none the wiser, right? And everybody was living happily ever after. What's the point?
I'm about to die. I'm gonna ruin the family.
Right?
Yeah, right. But I won't be here, so.
Yeah.
I will not be here to deal with the fallout.
So fuck you all.
Yeah, that seems to be the big takeaway from 90% of these, right?
Yeah, I lived with this evil shit for 30, 40, 50 years, but now I'm just gonna make your lives miserable.
You
Yeah,
had no
yeah.
idea. You were fine with your life.
You are mine, but I wish you weren't.
Yeah. What would be Trump's deathbed confession?
Oh.
Best death ever.
Yeah.
Greatest death of all time.
Nobody died so bigly.
Well, I know what my deathbed confession will be. Delete my browser history. I think that'll be it for me.
Rub it all.
Scrub it up. Burn the computer. Ah, and that'll
Burn
be
it.
it. Now get out of here. All right, and then we'll all get out of here. That's it for this week. Hopefully you have nothing terrifying to admit on your deathbed. Please hit subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
See you later.
Oh, this thing sucks.